Hello students and welcome to another summer reading video. This one's going to be quick and truth be told, it doesn't involve any specific work that you need to upload because that's already with your tasks, the vlog, the blog, and the podcast. But one thing that I do want to tell you about so that way you can prepare is that on one of our first days of class, most likely the second, we are going to have a book talk with everybody. And I'm not going to spoil it by telling you exactly what it'll look like, but it's essentially going to be a whole class activity where you're moving around and you're discussing your book at length, answering questions that people are posing to you, comparing and contrasting your book with other people's books. And this requires you to be very knowledgeable about your novel. It requires you to have a detailed understanding of it, to be able to discuss the characters, to be able to discuss the conflict, to be able to discuss the themes. And so it's very important that you prepare at least somewhat by reviewing your book and by reading it carefully. Now, if you are a person that happened to do the summer reading earlier in the summer, what I would recommend for you is right before school starts, just review some of your notes, maybe review the summer reading work that you did, maybe review some summaries online just to refresh your memory. If you're a person that waits to the end to do your summer reading, then you'll probably be okay because it'll be fresh in your mind. But you need to make sure that when you're reading it, especially if you wait to the last minute, you do understand what's happening because this is going to be a classwork grade. So you're going to want to come and be able to talk about your book in a knowledgeable fashion. And again, what that looks like is you need to be able to discuss your book. You need to be able to respond to questions that people pose to you. And you need to be able to compare and contrast your book with other people's books. Now, again, there is nothing you need to submit for this. It is solely based on you knowing your book and you coming to class prepared to talk about it. And as you can tell from these three instances on the screen here, it goes from easy to harder. It's easy to discuss the book. It's a little bit harder to respond to other people's questions, and it's even harder to compare and contrast. But these are the skills that we work on throughout the year, and so we want to see how you're able to do with this. So as always, if there's any questions, reach out to your teachers, and happy reading.